What y'all boys got going on today, man? Yeah. Snacks on. Snacks on. You know we back with another one. You know what I'm talking about? Snacks on motherfucking sports. Back with another motherfucking visual for them hoes. You hear me? Man, today's episode, man, we gonna talk about the boy, KD, or as I like to call him, Katie. Like the title say, KD. I don't know what's up with these niggas, man, nowadays, man. Like, these niggas, you know, this new era. I've been LeBron and KD, and I've been saying KD, all he wanted to do is just be like LeBron. He just a LeBron wannabe because he follow after whatever the fuck LeBron do. Talking about, man, I'm tired of being second. Blah, 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 blah. You feel me? LeBron go to Miami, you one up, even go to Golden State. You feel me? LeBron come out, proclaim he the motherfucking GOAT. You know, self proclamations and shit. You know what I mean? Ain't letting the people crown him that. Gonna come out and say on his own, like a disrespectful ass bitch that he is. And KD do the same thing. His jersey number should with his jersey number that he feel like should be retired by OKC and Golden State. You feel me? Like, I mean, what's up with you new niggas, man? What's up with this new era, man? Everybody gotta, as far as in sports, I understand motherfuckers coming out being confident in themselves and their abilities. You know what I mean? Believing, hey, we gonna go out here, man. I believe we gonna win. We finna go ahead on and get this win. But all of these, while I'm still playing, I want to proclaim that, you know, that I should have this and I'm this type of player all the time. And like, you niggas already looking at your motherfucking accomplishments before you even done playing. Like, let the media and the fans do that shit. You feel me? This nigga still smack dab in the middle of his career talking about his jersey number should be retired by OKC. And Golden State. For one, my nigga. For one, you shouldn't even be worried about that right now. All your bitch ass should be worried about is what the Brooklyn Nets gonna do this motherfucking year. Because right now y'all looking bad, boy. Yeah, right now y'all looking real bad. You know what I'm saying? So that's all you should be worried about. You should be worried about jersey retirements and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't be worried about all that shit. Because that shit don't matter. That shit you supposed to be thinking about and reflecting on once your career is done, bro. Not while you still playing. You know what I mean? But what it goes to show is where these players' heads is at nowadays. Now they not playing to just win. You know what I'm saying? They playing to, you go at times think about the legacy that you leaving behind and how people and fans are, are gonna remember you and stuff like that. But they already thinking about, man, how can I want to, like, yeah, you gonna think about how you want to be remembered, but they already basically martyring themselves before they even done playing. You know what I mean? They already giving themselves statues and LeBron, yeah, man, I'm the greatest of all time. When I did that in 2016, yeah, man, that made me the greatest of all time right there, blah, blah, blah. You still playing. Talking about you the greatest of all time. Fuck out of here, man. And then Kevin Durant, yeah, my jersey number should be retired. And why wouldn't it? You know what I'm saying? Why? I mean, all the shit I did, blah, blah. Bro. Let the fans talk about that. Let the media talk about that. Let the team that you talk about should retire your jersey determine that. Now, but since you brought it up, though, I'm finna dissect it. We finna get into it. Since this bitch brought it up. Kevin Durant punk ass got me blocked on Instagram, too. You a bitch for that, boy. You know what I'm saying? Gonna have a real nigga like me? You gonna block a real nigga like B. Jada, man? What's up, dog? But we finna talk about it, man. So let me shrink this a little bit. Here we go. So Kevin Durant, I guess he had to sit down with the Ringer. Had an interview or, a sit down conversation with the Ringer. I guess the Ringer is a podcast or some type of sports media platform or something like that. So he was chopping it up with the Ringer, and he said this. He said, "Every one of these places I played is my home. I can imagine me when I'm done. And I don't think any of those franchises would be like, nah, Kay, what you did here is not a part of our history. Like, I'm going to be a Hall of Famer when I'm done. One of the greatest to ever play. If you don't want me to be a part of your program when I'm done playing, then that's personal." Nigga, like, what the fuck is you talking? Like, bro, you in Brooklyn right now. My nigga. Playing for the Nets. That's what you wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, these niggas still, they love going back talking about the past. Especially this nigga. You know what I mean? But say he stay saying he don't give a fuck about it. He over all that shit. But keep talking about it. If you over the shit, why you keep talking about it, brother? You know what I'm saying? Why you keep talking about it? So, like I said, and just to okay, is he going to be a Hall of Famer? Yeah, he's right with the shit that he's saying. He is going to be a Hall of Famer. He is one of the greatest to ever play. But to be bringing it up and to be talking like he threatening OKC and Golden State. Like, man, like if y'all don't retire my jersey, it's shame on y'all type shit. Like, okay, it's a couple things, right? So for one, and like I said, yeah, he's right. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. He's one of the greatest to ever play and all that shit. But like, bro, what you trying to prove by saying that? We know this. You know what I mean? These aren't the type of things that you like when it's one thing. Like I said, I'm a rapper. I'm a musician. It's one thing when an MC is bragging. That's a part of our stitch. That's a part of who we are. You know what I'm saying? Not that it's not a part of being an athlete. You know what I mean? To have confidence in yourself. We all know about Muhammad Ali and, you know what I mean, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee and all that. And how much he was telling niggas, hey, I'm that nigga. So I'm not saying you can't do it, but I'm saying like the way Kevin Durant is doing this, you know what I mean? And sometimes I wait, even though I'm not talking about little bitch, okay, little bum James, but also him too. The way that LeBron James does it, it's like they trying to prove, they trying to like put it in our heads and prove to us and get us to y'all like I'm one of the greatest of all time, right? So y'all shouldn't be talking about me like this. I'm one of the greatest of all time. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of the greatest to ever do it. I'm gonna be a Hall of Famer. So you know what I mean? You agree with that, right? Like, bro, we don't need to. We know y'all are one of the greatest of all time. You know what I'm saying? Like, we already know this. So the fact that you gotta continuously bring it up and say it, especially while you still playing, it's some level of insecurity there about something, about some type of decision that was made, about the way the both of y'all went about getting y'all championships. Something something is off there to where you feel like you got to keep saying these types of things and keep telling motherfuckers how great you is and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? To try to prove to motherfuckers that you is how great that you say you is, rather than just letting your play do the talking for you, Kevin Durant, because it has, and letting people just, you know what I mean, decide and say, you know what I mean? So that's one thing. The nigga go on to say, right? This the part right here. OKC has to retire my jersey. It wouldn't even be good for the game of basketball if they didn't. It wouldn't. It would like it wouldn't be good for the game of basketball. Like, how is retiring your jersey in Oklahoma City? How is retiring your jersey number gonna hinder basketball from continuing to be prosperous? Do tell. I understand what he's trying to say. As much as great as a player as I am, as much as I did for that franchise and that city and this and that, blah, 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 it'd be a travesty if they don't retire my jersey. So OKC has to retire my jersey. It wouldn't even be good for the game of basketball if they didn't. The same with Golden State. I'm still doing what I'm doing here in Brooklyn, but if I continue on what I'm doing here for 4 or 5 years, then I'll feel the same way about this program. I better have a home because I feel like I am basketball. I breathe it. This is my DNA. I put in the time and respect and love for each one of these programs on and off the floor to get that type of recognition. If I don't do it, then it's personal. Bro, right? So this is the thing, right? Like, a lot of what he's saying, okay, is true as far as what he, you know what I mean, what he gives to the game, how great he is, but all of that shit, right? But it's a couple of things I want to break down. Okay, first off, right? All right, so a couple examples. So when a team retires, when a team, like, jersey retirements, bro, like, that is a one of the highest honors. You know what I'm saying? Like, they basically saying this jersey number that you wore, like, you were so great, nobody else should wear this jersey number no more, right? So it ain't just like, oh, I played there for a certain amount of time and I had some good moments, we had some good times, so retire my jersey number. Now, I'll say this. Do I think that his jersey number should be retired in OKC? I'll say this. Yeah, it probably should be, but this is my thing. It probably should be retired, in OKC. But let's say if it was to never happen, I wouldn't be appalled at that either. And here's why. Two quick examples, right? So for one, like I was saying, jersey retirement, jersey number, jersey retirement ceremonies and numbers being retired and all that are usually for not just if you were a great player for that franchise, but also, or not even also, you don't even have to be a great player for that franchise. It's more of what you mean or what you meant to that franchise in that city, right? For example, let's take OKC. Now, recently, over the past, maybe it was 2 or 3 years ago, they retired the jersey number of Nick Collison. Okay, most of y'all probably don't even know who the fuck that is, but Nick Collison played there, in OKC with KD and Russ and James Harden and all that. A part of that first era of when OKC was coming up and when they start doing their thing. And so Nick Collison was just a fringe role player, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just a role player who played hard, gave it his all out there. But he's a pillar in the community for Oklahoma City, and he's beloved by the people of Oklahoma City because of what he did, because of what he gave to the team, to the franchise, and just blood, sweat, tears out there. His years of service there, for that team, and what he meant to the community. You know what I mean? And the things that he did, around the community. So his jersey number was retired because of that. He ain't no all-time great player at all. You know what I mean? Maybe for a few years throughout his career, I forget how long he played, but he probably had, maybe a 10, 11-year career or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he played a little longer. I don't know exactly. But I know he played for a long time. I know he had a solid career. You know what I'm saying? But he was just a role player, bro. Like the literal epitome of a role player. And he probably was, you got NBA players, you got like superstars, then you got stars, then you got, like good to great players, you got average NBA players, you got below average NBA players. You know what I mean? And some of them are able to stay in the league. He was probably somewhat maybe on the below end level of an NBA player. But anyway, he had a long, solid 10-year or so plus NBA career. And so what he gave to the team and and to the city and to the community warranted for him to have his jersey number retired. And this actually happened when KD was playing for Golden State, and KD actually was there that night to see Nick Collison get his jersey number retired. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, KD deserved to get his jersey number retired just by that alone. I mean, they retired fucking Nick Collison jersey. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't fucking he wasn't half the fucking player that Kevin Durant was. But like I said, and this is where it gets dicey. But he's beloved by that city and that franchise and that team for what he gave to that city and that franchise and that team. Kevin Durant, on the other hand, see the way he left is where it gets a little murky, because he left on extremely bad terms, bad vibes. You know what I'm saying? Contentious. You know what I'm saying? To where, some people say, he had told, all them niggas over there. I think Nick Collison was still there at the time. Nick Collison and Russell Westbrook told the niggas he wasn't going nowhere, and then ended up going to Golden State. Then ended up leaving. Not only did he leave, you went to the team that beat you, that eliminated you that previous year, and y'all was up 3-1 on them. A team that already won a championship without you. So it was the way he left. The city felt betrayed. The city felt like, damn, you leaving us at the altar and you finna go on, with this new bitch. You know what I'm saying? So the city felt betrayed. Like, that's why when he came back in that first game back, and, after leaving and going to Golden State, it was so contentious. Like, just the atmosphere of that game was like, they had to have extra security and all this. Obviously, nothing was going to happen to Kevin Durant and nothing like that. But, they're going to have a heightened level of security there and all that type of shit, because, you know what I'm saying? They had the cupcake shirts and, all the cupcake, flyers or whatever the fuck them shit, the signs, all the cupcake signs and all that shit, and they was booing him tough, and like him and Russ was going back at it. So it's like, yeah, KD put in years of service there too, and also KD played out both his contracts. You know what I mean? He didn't ask for a trade and say demanded a trade and all that. No, he played on his rookie contract and then re-signed and then played on that contract. You know what I'm saying? And played all the way through that. So he fulfilled his contractual obligations and all that. So he was free to go wherever he wanted to go. It's just the place that he went to, and how he went. It's just not how he went like because he was free to go there. You know what I mean? But just in it kind of being a snakish kind of slimy, sneaky kind of way. You know what I mean? So because of that, I could see why OKC in that franchise wouldn't retire his jersey, because he may not be as beloved there. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody like a Nick Collison or even a Russell Westbrook. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing with Russell Westbrook, when he left, it was just like, all right, this is over here. You know what I mean? So he got up out of there, but he's always seen as like, it was like KD left him and left Russ out to dry. That was the whole narrative behind it. You know what I'm saying? And so because of that, like I said, do I feel like OKC is going to retire his jersey number? Yes, I do. I do feel that way. But if they were not to retire his jersey number, okay, I could totally understand why, because the way he left and just how the relationship ended. You know what I'm saying? And that's, like I said, that's a big part of jersey retirements. You know what I'm saying? Every player that has most of the players that have their jersey numbers retired in the NBA were all-time great players for that franchise, Hall of Fame players or whatnot. But some players, you got players like a Nick Collison and for OKC. And I'll give you one more example. This is one I didn't know about, but I found out about it this morning when I was watching. What was I watching? I want to give him credit. I was watching Rick Bucher, I believe, on the show called Speak for Yourself on FS1. Actually, the clip, I've seen it this morning, but it actually aired last week on like Thursday or Friday once the news came out about this whole story. Because I'm a little late on this story, like 2 or 3 days late. This was being talked about. I mean, it's still being talked about now, just a few days ago, but the quotes that KD gave about his jersey number being retired and how he demanded that it be retired and all that shit. That came out like Thursday or Friday. It's Monday now. So, but I was watching Rick Bucher this morning, and he mentioned another one. Actually the same franchise, but before they became OKC, the Seattle Supersonics. They retired Nate McMillan's jersey number. Okay, they retired Nate McMillan's jersey number. Nate McMillan is who is the coach of the Atlanta Hawks right now, and he previously coached the Indiana Pacers. But Nate McMillan was just a role player. He's not a great player. He's not a Hall of Fame player. Just a good. He had a good, solid career. You know what I mean? I'll probably say he was a better, probably somewhat of a better player than Nick Collison was. You know what I mean? Just an average player. You know what I mean? He had some good moments, played good defense. A very cerebral player, smart player, high IQ and all that. But just a typical, normal NBA player who had a solid 11, 12, 13-year career, however long he played. But once again, what he meant to that team and that franchise and what he gave to them, you know what I'm saying? The toughness, playing hard, blood, sweat, and tears, and what he means to that community. he had his jersey number retired, but who also played for that franchise who does not have their jersey number retired, who is a Hall of Fame player, is Gary Payton. So that's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? Gary Payton is a Hall of Fame player, one of the greatest to ever do it, one of the greatest point guards of all time. You know what I'm saying? For whatever now, why they haven't retired his jersey number, I don't know. You know what I mean? But I just know it hasn't happened. You know what I mean? Courtesy of what I heard from Rick Bucher. So, but that's just an example of an all-time great player who played for a franchise for many years. Even took him to the finals and lost against Jordan in '96, and done a lot of great things. But they haven't retired his jersey number yet. But they have retired the jersey number of a player that was of a lesser caliber. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on OKC retiring Kevin Durant's jersey number. Do I think it's gonna happen? Yeah, I think it's gonna happen. If it wasn't to happen, I can see why it wouldn't happen though, because like I said, how he left. You know what I mean? And with the whole jersey number retirement thing having a lot to do with how you are remembered and how beloved you are, you know what I'm saying, in that community. And then, and by the fans of that team. You know what I'm saying? And Kevin Durant might not be I'm sure there's a lot of fans that still love him in OKC. It's a lot of fans that's able to overlook, you know what I mean, how he left and all that shit. And the fact that he felt like, oh, hi, am I? Hey, OKC, you guys, you don't appreciate what I've brought, what I've done for you and all that type of shit. But it's a lot of fans that probably don't. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. But ultimately, I think that he will. But it's just the whole point of him saying it. It's just the whole point of coming out and saying it, acting. Where the humility at, bro? Where the KD that used to be humble? You know what I'm saying? Like this nigga talking now, like he, and like I said, that to me that comes from there's some type of insecurity about something going on there. Period. Point blank. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, to me, it's the same thing with LeBron. That's why he be doing all that capping about he the GOAT and I done did this and blah, 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 and all this whole other shit. Because the thing is, he know he really not the GOAT. So he wants y'all to believe that he is, though, so he got to keep saying it to trick niggas into thinking it and all that other shit. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to say it so much they going to believe it. All that type of dumbass, capping ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, Golden State, I can see both sides from Golden State as well. Now, Golden State is my team. For me, I'm going to tell you my opinion on it. I don't think they should retire his motherfucking jersey here in Golden State because I don't think he was here long enough. He was only here for 3 years. To me, that's not long enough. And I know people say on the flip side, they say, well, in those 3 years, they went to 3 finals and they won 2 championships. So shouldn't that be, and he won 2 finals MVPs. So shouldn't that be just in that short stint enough to, it was a short stint, but in that short stint, they brought the franchise 2 championships. You know what I'm saying? Not he brought the franchise 2 championships with his help. You know what I mean? The players brought the team, brought the franchise, 2 more championships. And I understand that. But for me, like I said, I just feel like it wasn't long enough. This is just my opinion. This is just my opinion. Don't mean I'm right. Don't mean I'm wrong. I'm just saying it's my opinion. And I feel like he wasn't here long enough. And another thing is how he left here and everything that happened while he was here. Like, it's just, yeah, we won championships, bro. But for one, it robbed us of the spectacular play of Steph Curry every night. You know what I mean? Because everybody had to take a step back. And that's nothing I hate. Steph Curry took a step back. No, Kevin Durant took a step back too. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, so him coming here, it robbed us of the specialness of seeing Steph of seeing Steph Curry and his special play. You know, he wasn't here long enough. He was only here for 3 years. You know, and I was gonna say something and I lost my train of thought. But yeah, I just don't think he was. I just don't think he was here. You know, long enough to have his jersey number retired here. Like what he, some of this stuff I'm gonna say about the Kevin Durant, you know, on the Kevin Durant years and Golden State. Some of this it might sound a little crazy to y'all, but after I explain the shit, it ain't gonna be crazy. But it's like he didn't have to do a whole bunch when he came here, bro. Like so, he didn't really, and it's covered up by the fact that he won them 2 Finals MVPs. I'm gonna break it down for y'all, but like it was easier for him when he came over here. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like the house was already built over here, bro. When he came over here, he didn't have to lay no foundation work down. The house was already built. All he did was put a nice Ferrari in the garage. When we got him, it was equivalent to like putting a nice Ferrari in the garage or some shit. A nice toy to play with. We already the house was already built. We already reached the mountaintop. We already had a championship. He might have helped maybe prolong it a little bit more, but even with that, you know, it's a lot of stuff I even disagree with that because they say, oh well, they wouldn't have. If Kevin Durant wouldn't have came there, they wouldn't have won no more championships. Blah 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 blah. The funny thing to me about that is that, so basically when somebody says that, what y'all basically saying is, let's say if they wouldn't have won no more championships, okay, cool, bet. But y'all act like all of a sudden they was finna fall off the map. And so y'all telling me they was gonna win, they was gonna go from winning the championship and then the next year going 73-9, the single season record for wins in a single season, and barely losing in the NBA Finals in a Game 7 in a series where one of our key players was suspended by the NBA for some bogus ass shit, which altered the series after we was up 3-1. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all y'all basically saying that now after that, after we barely lost the finals in a Game 7, that all of a sudden the Warriors was just finna like if they never got KD, they was finna just drop off the face of the earth, just drop off the map, just all of a sudden just be the trash Warriors again. No, that's not what was gonna happen. I'm not guaranteeing that they would have won another championship. What I am guaranteeing is that they still would have been a championship contending team. Straight the fuck up. Whether KD came or not, they wasn't just finna fall off the map all of a sudden because once LeBron beat them in 2016, that was it. They knew they couldn't beat him no more, so they had to go get KD. That's baloney, bro. As they would say, that's motherfucking hogwash, man. You know what I'm saying? That's bullshit. You know what I mean? That's just the narrative that they wanted to feed y'all to try to prop LeBron's legacy up to make y'all think he better than Jordan. He the greatest of all time and all that other shit. Nah. The Warriors would, if they would have never gotten KD, they was gonna come back that next year and be once again one of, if not the top team, one of the top 2 teams in the league. Period. Point blank. They wasn't finna fall off the map and all of a sudden you not be able to contend for championships no more. Nigga, like all of a sudden it was over until they got KD. Nah, KD just put us into a fucking stratosphere. That's why everybody was so fucking mad that he came over here. Because like, damn, we don't got a fucking chance. Now these niggas just, yeah, I know they just lost the finals, but damn, they won 73 games and they barely lost that motherfucker. They needed the NBA's help in suspending Draymond Green to lose the motherfucker. So the whole notion about, it was over for once the Warriors lost in 2016, it was over for them and they wasn't going. That's bullshit. You can never say for sure 100% was going to happen because we never know because KD ended up coming over here. But me, I believe the Warriors was going to win it that next year. I believe they was going to do what the Spurs did to the Heat from 2013 to 14. Remember when the Spurs lost to the Heat in 2013? Barely. They had the series won in game 6. They was up by like 5 points with like 50 seconds to go or something. Had the Heat, the Heatles, the LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh Heatles had them down 3-2 and was getting ready to win. Some unfortunate things happened in that last minute. Manu Ginobili ended up missing a free throw. Kawhi Leonard ended up missing a free throw. It was a bad coaching decision by one of the greatest coaches of all time, Greg Popovich, and not having one of the greatest rebounders of all time, Tim Duncan, in the game during that play where LeBron bricked that motherfucking three-pointer. And then Chris Bosh got the rebound and passed it out to Ray Allen, and he hit that shot. That was a series that the Spurs probably should have won, okay? But they ended up having some mishaps in the last minute. They ended up losing that game in overtime, and then the Heat won Game 7, and and the Spurs lose that series. That next year, they came back with a vengeance to avenge that loss. You know what I'm saying? The whole year, they went crazy. They won like 60-something games, and they got to the finals. It was a rematch against the Heat again. They blew them off the floor 4-1. Every game that they won was a blowout. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's what the Warriors was going to do. They weren't finna just fall off the mountain. That's just what I believe. You know, we'll never know, but that's what I believe. I believe that the Warriors was getting ready to fucking come back that next year with a vengeance. You know what I mean? And show the league. Now, would they have won 2 more in a row? Maybe they wouldn't have won 2 in a row, but I believe they would have got at least 1 more championship. You know what I mean? I believe they would have got another one. So my thinking is they wouldn't have had 3 maybe with KD, but they would have had 2 without him. You know what I mean? So it would have. So but the thing about that is what they forget to tell you on the flip side, and this is what gets me so upset about the whole KD and the Warriors thing, is that they never tell you the flip side. They always make it seem like KD came over here and saved the fucking day and all of that other shit, which ain't fucking true at fucking all. You know what I'm saying? That nigga ain't came over here and saved nothing. If anything, we saved him. We already won a championship. You see what I'm saying? That's the shit that pissed me off about it. They'll say, KD came over here, blah, blah, blah. But KD had never won no championship before he came over here. He hadn't won nothing. Why you niggas doing all that motherfucking talking, man? Why y'all never mention that? Why y'all always make it seem like he came over here and rescued the Warriors and all that other shit, but y'all forget to mention the fact that we had already won the championship and his ass didn't win. He couldn't do it over there. He could only do it with Steph, Clay, and Dre. But y'all don't mention that. That's just that. I don't get that. I don't get that. Y'all don't mention that, or when y'all do, it's not equal. It's like 80-20. Yeah, y'all might say a little bit, but it's always mostly be, Kevin Durant. Without Kevin Durant, they wouldn't have did that. We already did without him. Steph Curry has 3 rings, not 2. He got 3. Kevin Durant only got 2. That means somewhere along the line, he won a championship without Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant ain't won no motherfucking thing without Steph Curry. Ain't won shit. He need to thank that's the reason why that nigga got me blocked. Nigga, I was telling that nigga, you need to thank Kevin Durant. Nigga, you need to thank Steph Curry for your motherfucking ring, bitch. Yeah, you ain't got no rings without motherfucking Steph Curry. Nigga, you want to talk all this shit and try to round him up with NBA like you done did some shit. Nigga, you ain't did nothing. And I'm going to get you. I got some proof about that too. So this is my thing, right? like I said, with the Golden State thing, I can see both sides. But for me, KD wasn't here long enough. Okay, and he didn't have enough. I'm not gonna say he didn't have enough of an impact on the franchise. So we did win 2 championships with him. But the reason why I can make that case is because they were already a championship team. So my point being that I feel like we could have even replaced KD with even a lesser player and still won a championship. That's how good the team was. The Golden State Warriors team was not good because of fucking Kevin Durant. They good because of Steph Curry and all the other parts around them fit together perfectly and work together so good. But Steph Curry is the nucleus, period, point blank. He's the reason for this, period, point blank. If not for Steph Curry, Kevin Durant don't never even look at even coming to Golden State. The reason why he wanted to come to Golden State is because of Steph Curry. And the way he played and how he was able to, change the trajectory of basketball and all that shit. Like, come on, man. So, to me, I know not Bob Myers, Joe Lacob already came out and said, when KD retires, you know what I'm saying, his jersey, his number is going to be retired and all that stuff, and blah 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 blah. I do think he probably mean that, but I think a lot of that was more or less just so because he said that around the time where they were still trying to keep Kevin Durant. It was the whole thing, Kevin Durant gonna leave and this and that. I think he even said it, but I think he said it right after he made the decision to go to Brooklyn. So that was just some trying to, show the people, yeah, I'm a good guy. I don't have any hard feelings. Yeah, I'm going to say that we're going to, just to try to show, yeah, he left, but I'm not going to, be petty. And, I'm going to come out and say something like, yeah, we're going to retire his jersey number because we're thankful for what he did for us and all of those other types. I think it was more of that than because there's no reason to say that at that point. Why would you come out and even say that? Like they ain't like the nigga retired. You smack dab in the middle of his fucking prime. So I think that was just KD just left us and I'm hurt. I'm the owner of the team and I'm hurt about that, but I don't want to come off as like I'm hurt or that I'm going to be bitter about it. So let me say this. Let me say, yeah, when KD retires, we're going to retire his number and it's going up in the rafters and all that and blah, 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 blah. I think that's all that was. So I know he did say that. And like I said, Joe Lacob did say that. But like I said, if they were to not retire his jersey, you know what I mean? I could see why. I could also see why they would because, he helped the team win 2 championships. And he won 2 finals MVPs, even though Steph could have won that one in 2018. But he helped win 2 championships. But not only that, a lot of the drama went like KD came over here thinking that he was gonna get the same love as Steph Curry. You stupid son of a bitch. How the fuck you thought that? And that's part of the reason why he left. Okay? Because he wasn't getting the same love as Steph Curry and the fact that he got a lot of love from a lot of fans, from most of the fans, but it wasn't that same type of like Steph Curry love, and plus it's still the whole notion of you took the easy route to win a championship. You know what I mean? So all of that shit is the reason why he left, but so that's what I'm saying. Like, he's loved here in the Bay Area for what he contributed to the team and what he helped, and the fact that he helped win championships. Okay, he's loved for that reason, but he's not loved in a Steph Curry kind of way. Yeah, maybe there are some Warriors fans and Bay Area fans that look at him that way, but a lot of us don't. It's just KD was being here was just kind of like a rental kind of. We look at KD like a rental. yeah, dude, thanks for your service here and everything that you did here. But you know, a lot of us, me being the main one, was not uh upset when he left. Some of us even wanted the nigga to leave. To be honest with you, and I was one of them. Like, you can go back, it's receipts, bro. You can go back and look on my Facebook page and my Twitter. I was saying, like, during that, after we won that first championship, and a lot of drama has started to, you know what I mean? A lot of things were starting to be said. And the fact that we wasn't seeing like that special. I mean, don't get me wrong, Steph was still Steph, but we wasn't getting that 2014, 2015, 2016 Steph. You know what I'm saying? Because we had too many fucking star players. So with all that being said and all that shit going, I was ready for the nigga to leave. I truly was. I'm like, man, I'm ready for niggas. You know what I mean? Before that nigga came over, we didn't have no drama. We didn't have bickering and all that shit on them. I understand, yeah, teams is gonna have that. I mean, yeah, Draymond and Steph, I mean Draymond and Steve Kerr, they had their issues and all that, but that, I mean, that's just Draymond, you know, that's just family shit. KD was just like a nigga that just like came in to the family after the family was already established and shit. You know what I mean? He wasn't here from the beginning. So, my nigga, you're not gonna get the same love as Steph Curry. Steph Curry was drafted here, okay? Not only that, he took a franchise that I never thought I would see a motherfucking Golden State Warriors championship in my motherfucking lifetime. I plan on living, God willing, you know, the Lord permits. I planned on living a long motherfucking time, and I ain't think I was gonna even see a motherfucking Warriors championship in my motherfucking lifetime, nigga. And that's how bad they was. So he took that team and made it into a dynasty. So like, nah, you're not gonna get the same love as Steph Curry. So with all that being said, it's a good portion, a high portion of the fan base here that really don't, like I said, he's loved for what he did and what he contributed to 2 championship teams, but he's not beloved. You know what I'm saying? So it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility that his jersey number wouldn't be retired here. You know what I'm saying? Like so all that shit that I got through saying, plus the fact that you wasn't here long enough. With how you left. Now, was it as like contentious as the way he left OKC? Nah, but there was a portion, like it was a, you know, portion of maybe some players in the fan base that thought it was a possibility that he could stay. Steph Curry it was the offseason and Steph Curry was doing some whole other shit overseas or some shit or like in a whole nother state and stop what he was doing early to fly to wherever Kevin Durant was to try to talk to him and to try to entice him to stay. This nigga motherfucker made the decision, you know, to like Steph Curry found out while he was in the air on the plane and shit to go to meet up with fucking Kevin Durant and try to convince him to stay. He found out while he was in the air that Kevin Durant was leaving and going to Brooklyn. So all that type of shit, like, bro, I mean, damn, you couldn't wait until the nigga, you know what I mean? Not that you had to, but I mean, bro, you couldn't wait till the nigga saw you face to face and landed to. Now maybe he thought it was because maybe if I see this nigga face to face, it's gonna be hard for me to make this decision. So I want to just go on and do it right now. Who knows? But I'm just saying, bro, it was kind of like, all right, it was kind of just like, it's like he was never really fully, and that's what Draymond said when they had that little blow up. Like, it's like he was never really one of us. He was never really all in. It was like when Kevin Durant was here, it was always kind of like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You know what I'm saying? Like signing 1 year deals, and like that's why it blew up that his last year here. You know what I'm saying? Because with him and it blew up with him and Draymond. You know what I'm saying? In that game against the Clippers in LA, because everything was coming to a head. You know what I mean? That's why Draymond was like, "Bro, what's up, bro? You in and you out." You know what I mean? You got to be all in, brother. You understand me? Everybody else, we all in. We all in to try to win a championship, bro, and keep this thing going and become one of the greatest dynasties of all time. We already have a seat at the table with the 90s Bulls and the 80s Celtics and Lakers and all that shit. Not that we're better than them, but we already have a seat at the table. So we want to keep this shit going. You know what I mean? You can be a part of that, And so all of that, man, all of that says to me that, in my opinion, he you know what I mean? It's more, he like I said, he was like a rental, man. Like, we used him for what we needed him for. He used us for what he needed us for. And I think it's more of the latter. I think he more used us than we used him, because he more needed us than we needed him. That's just my opinion. Because at the end of the day, whether we never won a championship again, we at least had that one. We at least won a championship. So, and it was unexpected. It wasn't expected for the motherfucking Golden State Warriors to win a championship and Steph Curry to be the type of player that he became. That wasn't expected. That was unexpected. So that made the championship even more fulfilling, and who we beat to win that championship. The GOAT, as y'all say, the greatest of all time. As y'all say, he ain't the greatest of all time. We all know Jordan the greatest of all time. It's not even close. But we beat LeBron to win that championship in 2015. So regardless of who was hurt and all of that other shit, those wasn't the super team Warriors yet. So the Warriors hadn't won nothing yet. They was learning how to win, and they was down 2-1 in that series with Game 4 in Cleveland, and we were playing against the quote unquote GOAT, LeBron James. So it's no excuses, bro. I don't give a fuck who was hurt and who was out and all that other shit, nigga. Y'all was up 2-1. It didn't matter who was hurt when y'all, after 3 games, and y'all was up 2-1. So I don't want to hear that shit. So KD used the Warriors to prop up his legacy, because he didn't want to go through his whole career and end up not winning the championship and end up being like a Russell Westbrook or a James Harden or a Charles Barkley or a Reggie Miller or a John Stockton or Karl Malone, who are all great players in their own right. But without that championship, it's only so high you can go on the level of on the tier of all-time greats. It's just only so high you can get. So, and rightfully so, players like him and LeBron wanted to get them championships, because that's all they hear. That's all these players hear, is how important the championship is, and if you don't got one, then you a bum and all of that other shit. So they want to get a championship by any means, rightfully so. But okay, get your championship. You want to join super teams and make super teams and all of that other shit. But it's okay, do that. That's fine. But your path to winning the championship was easier than somebody like a Michael Jordan or a Magic Johnson, players that was drafted to their teams, or even a Steph Curry or Giannis Antetokounmpo, players that was drafted to teams that was shit, straight trash, ass, man, trip dash, man, and turned them teams into championship teams. You feel me? That's more respectable to me than the way Kevin Durant and LeBron James got their championships. It just is. It's levels to the shit. It's more respectable championships that were won by Steph Curry in 2015 and Giannis Antetokounmpo in 2021. Kevin Durant never did that. Kevin Durant never did what Michael Jordan did, or Steph Curry did, or Giannis Antetokounmpo did. He never did that. He never led a team to a championship. Kevin Durant didn't lead them Golden State Warrior teams to championships. That's my whole point. Then with Steph Curry led teams, Kevin Durant just played his role. He just did his part. He just did what he was supposed to do. You know what I mean? Make shots. But he didn't lead the team. Steph Curry was the leader of them teams. And Draymond Green as well. But as far as like the best player, that's another thing. Steph Curry was also the best player on the team. I don't want to hear none of this shit about because he won the Finals MVP. The reason why, let's pull it up. I'm finna pull it up right now. Ty Lue, the coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers, even said it. Like, bro, we was selling out on Steph Curry. We was blitzing Steph Curry. So Kevin Durant was able to be open and have all of these motherfucking shots and shit. All the like, cause nigga, all the defense was catered towards Steph Curry. The defense was catered to Steph Curry. You know what I'm talking about? So, you know, but I'm gonna get it. I'm finna get into that too. I'm finna get into that right now. We just getting started. I've been on for 56 minutes. Probably got about another hour. You feel me? Because I got a few other points I want to make about this shit. But KD, I just feel like, I mean, it's, you know, you out here talking about you demanding that your jersey number be retired and all that shit, basically threatening franchises and shit if they don't do it, talking about it's bad for basketball. You just an arrogant son of a bitch. You know what I mean? These niggas is insecure. They know they ain't really did what they were supposed to do, so they want to just talk now. You know, your career ain't even over. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing here? Like, it just like, you know what I mean? Like, we patting our own selves on the back while we still playing and shit, while we still, you know, carving out what our career is gonna be. Like, it's ridiculous, man. Like, if your jersey number go be retired, let it happen. You gonna trying to bully the motherfucking franchise into retiring your motherfucking jersey and shit. You happy about that? By bullying a franchise? Nah, I don't want to bully a franchise. If they don't think I'm worthy enough for my jersey number to be retired, I don't want to retire. You know what I'm saying? I may feel like it should be, but I can't make them do it. It's they fucking team. It's they franchise. They decide who the motherfucking who numbers get retired and shit. So it just like I said. So, you know, is his jersey numbers probably going to be retired by both of these teams? Probably so. Should he have said it? No. He shouldn't have said that because it just come off as a little pompous, arrogant ass bitch. You know what I mean? That's insecure about where he stands and his legacy. You know you shouldn't have went to Golden State, boy. You know that was a motherfucking mistake. I'm happy you came here. You helped us win 2 more championships. It helped Steph Curry and his legacy. So, yeah. But, you know what I mean? As far as your legacy, you know what I mean? Okay, yeah, you got 2 rings, but them is the 2 easy. Them is Steph Curry rings. To me, you don't got no rings. Them was the 2. My whole point is, nigga, we could have put motherfucking Trevor Ariza or somebody in that role that Kevin Durant was in, nigga, and we would have still won the fucking championship, nigga. Like, you didn't do nothing, bro. All you did was guarantee, barring injury to one of the key players, that you guaranteed yourself a championship. You basically cheated, bitch. It wasn't cheating for the Warriors in what they did because they had already won the championship. It was cheating for you because you basically said, damn, I can't win over here with the team that I'm on, even though I almost beat the team that I'm going to, which means that you you can beat them. Come back next year, try again. You may beat them the next year. But nah, I'm going to just take the easy way out, man. I'm going to just go on over here and join them. And just get it. Like, how you thought you was going to come over here and do that and people wasn't going to criticize? Like, is these players delusional? Yeah, you had the freedom to go to whatever fucking team you wanted to go to. Yeah, and like I said, you came to my team, so I'm not mad. But just the thought of you thinking that you was going to go to Golden State with the caliber player that you are, and a team, and so you was going to go to a team that had already won a championship and had barely lost the finals the next year, and had the back-to-back MVP, unanimous MVP, another player that's one of the greatest shooters of all time, and he can get hot at any time and go ballistic, and he is a great defender, and another player that's one of the greatest defenders of all time, and a team that got one of the greatest coaches of all time, and another player in Andre Iguodala who's one of the greatest role players of all time. Like, you think you was gonna go to that team and y'all was gonna win a championship and you wasn't gonna get criticized for, oh nigga, you just went over there and got an easy championship? Come on, bro. And on top of that, you thought you was gonna come over here and get more credit than Steph Curry? They had already established. The only way that was gonna happen, bro, is if you would have came over here before we ever won a championship. Then okay, that would have been different. We already won before you, bitch. And then you came and joined us after almost beating us. That's some sucker shit, boy. Like I said, I ain't mad at you. Hey, help me out. But then don't come around, turn around, and talk about, yeah, y'all need to retire my jersey, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Bitch, you ain't do shit. You ain't do a motherfucking thing, nigga. Steph Curry did all the hard work. Nigga got all the defenders hovering over him, nigga. All the defenders over here with me. So I can't motherfucking get off and shit. Because I'm the most deadliest offensive weapon since Michael Jordan, bitch. Maybe Kobe Bryant. But, hey, that's me, Steph Curry. Yeah, you do your thing too, my nigga, but you, and the stats even short. I said this on a few other my past videos, my past episodes, Snacks on Sports, man. Like, comment, subscribe, share, bitch. But when Kevin Durant was here, go look at the numbers and the stats and the win-loss record of the games when, and this is what I'm talking about when Kevin Durant was here. In those 3 years. Both of them had, periodically times where one was injured for a few games or maybe 2 or 3 weeks or whatever, so they may have missed a little time. In the games where Steph Curry played and Kevin Durant didn't, maybe because he was out for whatever, maybe rest, maybe a small injury. He had 1 or 2 injuries while he was here, not including that big one that he had, towards the end, the last year with his Achilles and shit. But when KD was here but didn't play and Steph did play, versus the games where KD was here and he was on the court and Steph didn't play because maybe he was out for rest or injury or whatever, go look at the numbers, bro. The win-loss record is better with Steph without KD versus with KD without Steph. The win-loss record is better, so it's a higher win percentage. All the offensive numbers across the board are better. Shooting numbers, shooting efficiency, 3-point percentage, field goal percentage, offensive efficiency, all that shit. It's all better across the board when Steph Curry is on. It's like when KD was here, but he didn't play. The train kept rolling. It was basically like no drop off, because all it was like, okay, this is just a team from 2014-15 now. But when Steph is not playing, because he's so much of the root and the nucleus of what the Warriors are. They were still a good team, but they didn't win at the same clip. And the team they didn't look the same. It was like basically they went from being like this dynamic team with this world-renowned fucking offense to just a regular good team when KD played, but Steph didn't. So everything proves it. All the numbers, not even just the numbers. You got the numbers and the stats to prove it. I mean, the eye test, you know what I'm saying? The only thing I give Kevin Durant over Steph Curry is height. That's it. Steph Curry is basically a miniature Kevin Durant, or Kevin Durant is basically a bigger version of Steph Curry. So if y'all want to give the fact that Kevin Durant is better than Steph Curry, if y'all want to give Kevin Durant the edge because he's just taller and bigger, so yeah, okay, then yeah, I'll give it to y'all for that, but not just pure basketball wise. No, Kevin Durant is not better than Steph Curry. If anything, I would say they equal. You know what I mean? They both right there. You know what I mean? But to me, because of what Steph Curry had already done and proven before KD got here, I'm always gonna give the edge to Steph Curry and say he was the better player. You know what I'm saying? So, but I want to get into this real quick, because I also in my research on this topic, you know what I mean, I came across a video, you know, where they was talking about this topic, you know, Kevin Durant want his jersey numbers retired by every fucking body that he played for and shit. And so I came across this clip from a show called Brother from Another with Michael Smith and this other dude named Michael. Both of them used to be on ESPN. Michael Smith is probably the one that's more recently, both of them are known and shit, but Michael Smith is probably the one that's more, you know, he wears glasses. He's more recently known as like, you know, probably more recognizable to, you know, as a media member or whatever. He he was on ESPN. He had the show with Jamel Hill called His and Hers and stuff like that. So, but anyway, they was talking about the situation. And they said some stuff that I agree with, but they also said some stuff that I disagree with. And I'm going to get to the shit that I disagree with. So here we go.
In-depth profile from our guy, Logan Murdoch. Absolutely. Kevin Durant, he's the best player on the team when he was there. For recognition, I don't do it, and it's personal. Again, really interesting, in-depth look into kind of what makes him tick. But that was one of the big headlines. And I'm like, yeah, he's right. Like, the Thunder definitely should retire his jersey, regardless of how he left. The Warriors should definitely retire his jersey, given what they did when he was there. He was the best player on the team when he was there. With apologies to transcendent Steph Curry. And you saw the famous Draymond Green.
That's the first thing I disagree with. And I just got through addressing it. Like I said, he wasn't the best player on the team. See, I understand. Like I'm not gonna lose no sleep over somebody saying that Kevin Durant is better than Steph Curry. Whatever. It's apples to oranges. You know what I'm saying? But the problem that I have is when they say that like he's better. He was better than him here, because they're not taking into consideration the fact that Steph Curry basically allowed for Kevin Durant to come over here and flourish. Not allowed, like, I mean, it's Kevin Durant. He gonna get his wherever, however. I mean, he's a bucket getter. That's what he do. So not that he needed Steph Curry to allow him. But I'm saying, like, it just goes back to my point of what I was just saying. To me, he wasn't the best player when he was here. And the reason why it looks like he was is because he won those 2 finals MVPs. But he was able to win those 2 finals MVPs because of all the attention really that was garnered on Steph Curry. Steph Curry had great numbers in all his finals. Every one. You know what I'm saying? But especially in that 2017 finals, that's the one that I give to Kevin Durant as far as he should have won the MVP, just because, like, yeah, the Warriors had just lost the finals the year before, but Kevin Durant individually really had more to prove. He was the one that, okay, if we would have lost that finals, yeah, it would have been another hit, you know, for the Warriors and all of the other shit, but still, they had already won a championship. They could always fall back on the fact that they at least won that one. So, you know, and when you win one, they can never take it away from you. You're forever a champion. So, you know, Kevin Durant was the one that hadn't won a championship and had to come through and had to show and prove, and you know what I mean? So, and he did that. So, bam, he won that finals MVP. Steph Curry allowed for him to do his thing and say, hey, make it easier on me. You go out there and do your thing. All I got to do is, you know what I mean, sit over here, get all the defense on me, let you do your thing. I hit a couple shots over here. Steph Clay hit some shots. Draymond do what he do. We win this motherfucking championship because we got the better team. You know what I'm saying? But Kevin Durant wasn't the better player. It's the way that like I said, it's the way that Ty Lue was playing Steph Curry and allowing for okay, Kevin Durant, he's a great player. Yep, get yours, Kevin Durant. But I'm more focused on Steph Curry and stopping him, because when he's going, then this shit is a wrap. These niggas done already beat us without you, my nigga. I'm speaking like I'm Ty Lue. They didn't already beat us. I didn't already seen what they could do to us without you when this nigga get going. This is a whole different animal right here, supernova type shit. Okay? So I'd rather let you go off, but let me pay a little bit more attention to him. Because if this nigga go off, I ain't got no fucking chance at all. Because once Steph gets going, that just open up everything for the whole fucking offense. The whole team, everything start flowing. You know what I mean? When this nigga get to shooting and doing all that shit and the ball movement and the coming off screens, and then Clay helping out with his shit too. It's just like I always said, a Steph Curry 3 is like it was like a Michael Jordan dagger or like a Michael Jordan dunk or something. Like a Steph Curry 3 is just it seems like it's for the opponent. It's just heart-wrenching. Like, it's like, damn, this nigga going off. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean, bro. Like, KD did his thing over here, man. And like I said, if y'all want to say he was better than Steph, okay, man, I ain't going to argue with you about it. But I'm going to just say it's only because of the fact that he's taller than him. So he can get his shot off easier and shit. Like, that's it. He ain't better than Steph Curry basketball-wise. They equal. They equal in a motherfucker. And that's just what that is. That's facts, bro. That ain't my opinion. That's facts. I don't give a fuck what nobody said. So the fact that Michael Smith said, oh, yeah, he should get his jersey number retired by Golden State because he was the best player over there when he was there. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. Steph Curry has never been on a championship team where he wasn't the best player. Never. He's always been the best player. Because all that shit is happening because of him. Ain't no Steve Kerr over there. Ain't no Draymond don't have the type of career that he have. Klay Thompson don't have the type of career that he have. Kevin Durant don't ever come to the motherfucking Golden State Warriors. Ain't no championships. Ain't no 73 win season. Ain't none of that shit without Steph Curry. None of it. But all of those things are possible. Not saying that they will happen, but all of those things that I just named are possible with him without another one of those players. You already know they can win a championship without KD. They done it. Okay? Not saying that they could have won a championship without Draymond Green, but with Steph Curry, it's all possible. Not saying they could have won a championship without Klay Thompson, but with Steph Curry, it's possible. It's impossible without Steph Curry. That's my point. That's just my point. Steph Curry has changed the whole game of basketball, revolutionized it, whatever the fuck you want to say. Got everybody shooting threes. Everybody had to step their three-point game up. Big niggas, everybody. You feel me? Steph Curry has made shooting overall better. You had to get the shooting. You just had to get the shooting up. It used to be that a player like Ben Simmons, and I like Ben Simmons. It used to be a player like Ben Simmons could survive. Now it's like if you can't shoot, you damn near can't survive. Like Ben Simmons is a great player, but the fact that he can't shoot got motherfuckers looking at him like a straight up bum, and he's far from it. He's far from a bum because of all the other things that he does. But Steph Curry has changed the game so much and got it so much just all about shooting, that if you can't shoot, I mean, you damn near look like a bum out here. Look at Russell Westbrook this year. You're going to go to the Hall of Fame. But this year in particular, this nigga looked like he should never even sniff the fucking Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? But so that's my point with that. Like I said, hey, that's you know, I just feel like people, they don't look deep into it. Too many, and even media, not all media members, but even that's what Snax on Sports is about. It's about dismantling all of the false narratives created by American sports media and fed to the American sports fan that may not be as knowledgeable about sports. So you get to hearing all of these narratives repeated over and over and over and over and over again, and then you just think that's what it is because you didn't heard it so much. But nah, that's not true. So that's my thing. It's not, to me, it's not true that Kevin Durant's better than Steph Curry. And like I said, if you want to say that to me, it's only because he's taller. You feel me? But pound for pound, you know what I mean? Inch for inch, to me, if anything, they equal. They the same. Steph Curry is as good as Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is as good as Steph Curry, if you want to say that. You know, if you want to talk pound for pound. But I dismiss this notion that Kevin Durant is better than Steph Curry. Steph Curry has done more in his career. He got more championships. He got more MVPs. You know what I'm saying? He's shown that he can turn a franchise into a championship team. After Kevin Durant left, we right back as a championship contender again when everybody thought it was over for us. That's another thing. So it's like, I mean, you know what I mean? Come on now. Stop playing with Steph Curry, man. Get that nigga his credit. So no, I disagree with the fact that Kevin Durant is better than Steph Curry. So I disagree with you right there, you four-eyed motherfucker, Michael Smith. You stupid ass bitch. Look at that four-eyed fuck. Smiling like a bitch.
So yeah, I think you probably should have two going on three. I don't think that ever happened. If you do all of that in 3 years, yeah. The Chase Center that they're playing in right now is in part to the heights that Kevin Durant helped take them to. Unless you're telling me that they would have been a dynasty, that they would have gone, that they would have not one, but the same 3 championships without Kevin Durant. Unless you tell me that they don't want it without Kevin Durant, which I don't believe that they believe that.
No,
then he deserves that jersey retire with Golden State.
I don't believe it. Now, see, trust me.
You stupid motherfucker. They do believe that they would have won championships without Kevin Durant. You dumb bitch. Fuck is you talking about? You think they think, oh man, we can't do nothing without Kevin Durant. They had already won without him. Fuck your dumb ass talking about. And so, but more importantly, what I want to talk about with what he said right there that I disagree with, which is the second thing that he disagreed with, that I disagree with that he said, or not necessarily a disagreement, just I want to show a flip side to something. I kind of already touched on this, but when they say this, I hate, man, when they do when they frame it like that. When they frame it like, if you tell like he's basically framing it like without Kevin Durant, they wouldn't have 3 championships. They would have that one, but they wouldn't have 3, right? And so that's, like I said, once again, that's framing it in a way of saying like Kevin Durant somehow was the savior or something. How can he be the savior when we had already won a championship? He hadn't won nothing. Like, that's my problem with framing it like that, is because you don't show the other side. You don't say the other side. You just make it seem like Kevin Durant came over here and rescued and saved us from the doldrums. You know what I'm saying? And we start winning championships because of him. And what you don't say, you say that we won 2 more championships because of Kevin Durant. But you don't say that Kevin Durant won his only 2 championships because he came and joined the Warriors. I mean, so it's however which way you choose to look at it. I choose to look at it the latter. If you want to choose to look at it the former, okay, go ahead. But I'm just here to show the people and let the people know that it's a flip side to that. Don't just talk about it like he came over here and saved us when we had already won a fucking championship the year before and shit, and barely lost the next championship. Don't frame it like that. If you're gonna say that, that's the reason why, to me, it's just it shouldn't be about none of that. It should just be, hey, it is what it is. Don't take away to give more to the other, or don't give more to the other to take away from another. You know what I'm saying? It's just we had won a championship. He came over here and joined the team. You know what I'm saying? To try to help us win more and to try to, and so that he could win some championships too. And that's what happened. That's what happened. You see what I'm saying? Like, so that's my thing. Like, you say, if you tell me that, like, he's saying that, okay, he shouldn't have this jersey number retired if you tell him that they're going to win 2 more championships without him or something, or if they was going to do that anyway. Bro, they had already proven that much, bro. They had already won a championship, bro, and was to back-to-back finals, my nigga, and was 60 seconds away from winning a second championship in a row without the nigga. 73 games. They won that year out of 82. They had the unanimous MVP. I mean, if that ain't enough proof right there to show like that we're good enough to win, to win a championship without this nigga, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, man, how they sway these narratives, man, afterwards, man, and get you to thinking and get these people, the fans, to forget what actually happened and how it actually went down. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have no championships when he came and joined us. So if anything, we saved him. We rescued him. He was the one that was supposed to be this nigga winning all these championships and the one of the best players in the league, like LeBron James and all that shit. That wasn't Steph Curry. Steph Curry kicked the dough down to he wasn't. Steph Curry wasn't just given his platform. He wasn't just given his status. He had to earn that. He had to earn that. KD and LeBron and them niggas all came into the league already supposed to be this type of player, and they was. I'm not saying that they wasn't. They was the type of player that they said, but I'm saying to me it's more impressive the way Steph Curry did it because it was unexpected. You feel me? It was unexpected. It's like, damn, where this nigga come from? You see what I'm saying? So, nah. We're not doing that. We're not doing the whole, they wouldn't have them champions. They wouldn't have them up. They wouldn't have been a dynasty without Kevin Durant. He the one came over there, blah blah. Well, if that's the case, he wouldn't if we doing that, okay, well, he wouldn't have had no rings. He wouldn't have had no championships. It's two sides to it, bro. It's two sides to it. If we wouldn't have had no more championships, he wouldn't have had no championships at all. Zero. So, and to further prove my point about what I'm saying about KD, when I say he ain't really do nothing when he came over here, obviously he helped. He helped us win the championship. But what I mean is that he had it much easier over here because he came to play with a team that was much more talented than the team that he came from, and they were talented they damn self. But we had more talent, especially with him joining us. You know what I'm saying? And our pieces fit better together. And we had already won a championship. And we got the best shooter in the league, the best shooter of all time, and another top 5 shooter of all time. Okay? So, God, bro. He was able to make, he was able to be, he was able to hit those shots because of the team, what he got around him. Nigga, you got Steph Curry over here, nigga, you got Klay Thompson over here. You know what I mean? You got Draymond dishing that thing. So it's like, bro, like KD didn't have the same he didn't have all of that shit on his plate like that. He didn't have as much on his plate when he came over here to do when he came over here because everything was already in place for him. It was just had to fit him in. That's it. So to prove what I'm saying in that, let's go to Ty Lue. Ty Lue was the coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Ty Lue was the coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers when they played against the Golden State Warriors. Okay. That first championship when the Warriors won, I believe David Blatt was the coach, but Ty Lue was on that coaching staff. And then the next year, when the Warriors went on their 73-9 year, David Blatt was the coach that year, but he got fired in the middle of the season. Ty Lue took over. And then he continued to be the coach the next year, in 17 when we got KD and they lost to us, and then in 18. So Ty Lue says this about Steph Curry, even when Kevin Durant was on the team. He's so dangerous, probably the most dangerous player in the league, the way he can get hot. We've got to make him work on both ends. Try to get him in foul trouble. You got to remember, in 2017 and 2018, we blitzed him with Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson on the floor. That's how dangerous I think he is. That's what we had to do tonight. So basically what he's saying is, knowing how deadly of a scorer Kevin Durant is, okay, who had already won a league MVP before, knowing how deadly of a shooter Klay Thompson is, with all of the Game 6 heroics he had, okay, up until his career, up until that point, he's still saying that, knowing that with that, we still blitzed Steph Curry, meaning we still doubled him. We still was trying to get the ball out of his hands to try to make him a non-factor. Okay, so we was okay with Kevin Durant doing whatever he was doing. We was okay with Klay Thompson doing whatever he was doing. Okay, because for one, like I said, it's kind of like a pick your poison. That's why Kevin Durant came over here. And that's why the whole league and the whole world was so mad, because then you making it impossible for anybody to beat the Warriors. So it's kind of like a pick your poison. His poison was, I'm picking Steph Curry. So that what is proving my point, that you got an NBA head coach, not no fucking fan on Twitter talking this bullshit, not no media member trying to prop up Kevin Durant to be all this and all that, and overlooking what the fact they done seen with their own fucking eyes and shit. You have an actual NBA head coach who also played the game and won championships with great players, okay? He won with Kobe and Shaq, okay? And played with Michael Jordan on the Wizards, okay? And coached LeBron James, and coached beside Doc Rivers. This coach is saying, and at that time he had just won the championship, okay, because they had just beat the Warriors in 2016, coming back from 3-1. He's saying that in 17 and 18, the years where we had Kevin Durant and we won the championship, he said, you got to remember, in 2017 and 2018, we blitzed him, even with Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson on the floor. That's how dangerous I think he is. So I'm going to go with what he's saying. His job is to stop Steph Curry so he can try to win the game and win the championship. So fuck what y'all niggas talking about online about how Kevin this, that, and Kevin Durant is this much better than Steph Curry and blah, blah, blah. And he's, because look, he won the finals MVP. He's the nigga. Ty Lue is telling you the reason why he won them fucking finals MVPs, nigga, is because we let him win them fucking finals MVP. We was gonna take Steph Curry away, and they still didn't take him away. Okay. He still had like all-time great finals numbers. Steph Curry, I'm talking about. He still did his thing. Go back and look at his numbers in the 17 finals and the 18 finals. He averaged like 30, 10, and 8 and shit. It's just that Kevin Durant numbers was a little bit better. So imagine if Ty Lue geared his defense towards blitzing and trapping and doubling Kevin Durant versus would Kevin Durant still those same numbers? Probably not. And on top of that, not as dope as he's not as good as a playmaker as Steph Curry. He's not a playmaker really at all. He just get buckets. That's what he do. Steph Curry actually makes plays for others as well, though. He makes others better. He makes his teammates better just by the sheer fact that he on the court. Kevin Durant don't make nobody better really like that. He's shown that, okay, by the fact that you got him on your team, you can win. But he doesn't really make teammates better. I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm saying that's the type of game that he got. He's just a bucket getter. That's what he do. That's how he help you win, get buckets. Everybody else, y'all make all the other players better. I'm here to get buckets. That's what he do. It ain't nothing wrong with that. But I'm saying that's just what it is. So that's why I get an edge to Steph Curry as far as who better. And so, but Ty Lue, this proves it. And then I'm gonna actually let y'all hear it though too.
And he's hard to stop, and he's gonna score his points. I just think, the most dangerous guy over the last 3 finals. And he's hard to stop, and he's going to score his points. I just think, the most dangerous guy over the last three finals, and we've talked about, is that Steph Curry. When he's making shots, when he's scoring the basketball, when he's passing the basketball, they're an unbelievable team. So I think, that's the head of the snake. And, we tried to take him away, and I thought we did a good job in game 4, just limiting him to, 13 shots. I just think when he's scoring the basketball and playing free, they're really unstoppable.
So you just heard it yourself, man. He said it. He started off, he said, KD is a great player, great scorer. He do his thing. He said, but, hey, the head of the snake is Steph Curry. That's the head of the snake. Okay? We've been dealing with the Warriors in the finals before Kevin Durant got here. Okay? LeBron James and all the teams LeBron James played for had no problem with Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant didn't start beating LeBron James until he got with the Warriors. Go look at the numbers when either the Cavaliers, either the LeBron James Cavaliers played KD and OKC, or the Miami Heat. Either one. He had no problem with him all the time. Every time. You see what I'm saying? KD didn't start having success against LeBron James until he came and joined the Warriors. That's just facts. So Ty Lue was basically saying, hey, it is, all right. You know what I mean? He that's the Grim Reaper, Durantula and all that. You know what I mean? One of the greatest scorers of all time, unicorn and all that. He gonna do his thing. But this little guy over here, Steph Curry, yeah, I got to keep an eye on him at all times. He's basically saying that to him, Steph Curry is more dangerous than Kevin Durant. That's what he's saying. He's saying he's more worried about what Steph Curry will do to him on the court versus what Kevin Durant will do to him on the court. That's what he's saying. That's basically what he's saying. So, take what you want from that. You know what I'm saying? And and just, hey, I'm just saying though, the proof is in the pudding. The man is saying it right there. This is the man that was the coach opposite of Steph Curry in the finals. So, I mean, who else would you want to hear it from? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, I mean, that's basically it, man. Like I said, OKC probably is and probably should retire his jersey number, because of how long he was there, the things that he did there. He's done a lot of things in the community there as well. And also, I mean, they retired Nick Collison number. I mean, shit, you're going to retire Nick Collison. You better retire Kevin Durant. But like I said, I heard the video. Even OKC, they're going to retire his number. But I could even see a pathway for them not retiring his number because of how it and may not love him as much as they loved him before. You know what I'm saying? But with all that being said, he played there for so long and he did so much there that, you kind of got to retire his number there. I would expect that, you know what I mean? But like I said, a part of having your jersey number retired is how much you are beloved by that fan base, you know what I'm saying, and by the people in that city. And how he left there, he may not be as beloved as he would think, you know what I mean? And some of his comments since leaving there were kind of, he's still talking in the way he said it. If they don't retire, if they don't want me a part of their program, or if they don't want to retire my jersey number, once I'm done, that number, once I'm done, that means that it's personal. Like basically trying to bully him and threaten him into into retiring. Like, what, man? You make yourself look corny and soft and insecure when you talk like this, man. You see what I'm saying? So that's what OKC with Golden State. I don't think they should do it. I know they probably gonna do it. Joe Lacob said. I think he was just saying that out of just trying to be nice and shit. I think he shouldn't have his jersey number retired by Golden State, is even though he contributed to those championships and he won the final by Golden State, is even though he contributed to those championships and he won the final MVPs. I don't think his contribution was it was big, but it wasn't as big as it seems on the surface. You know what I mean? It seemed bigger than what it was because he hit big shots and he won the finals MVP. But really, if you peel back the layers, you'll see that, like I said, he was able to have because Ty Lue's defense was more focused on Steph Curry. You see what I'm saying? More focused on Steph Curry. You see what I'm saying? So that's just what I feel. This is what I feel about that situation. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like Ty Lue and his defense was geared towards stopping Steph Curry, man. So, yeah. So, so KD was able to, and it's hard to explain what I mean, bro. Like, it's not hard to explain what I mean, but I'm basically saying, like, man, KD just, the caliber of player that he is, bro, like, he one of the greatest, most fluid scorers of all time, man. So when he joins a team like this, bro, he gonna have, it's so easy for him to just play his role and do his part and just get buckets. You know what I mean? Because the nucleus, the root of the offense, you know what I mean, which is Steph Curry, is allowing him to be able to do all of these things because the defense gotta worry about Steph Curry so much. Not to mention you got Klay Thompson over here too. So that's what I mean. Like it was so easy for him over here that because of like they say, the gravity pull of Steph Curry, you know what I mean, just by the fact that he's on the court. When you a caliber player of Kevin Durant, I mean, shit, you should win a fucking MVP, the Finals MVP. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's that, man. That's my take on it. I think Kevin Durant, arrogant son of a bitch, for saying and bullying and demanding that his jersey number be retired. He shouldn't be worried about none of that. Your ass need to be worried about this motherfucking play-in you finna go into, boy. And is your ass even gonna make the playoffs? And then is your ass even gonna make the motherfucking Eastern Conference Finals? And then is your ass gonna motherfucking make the motherfucking finals? And then is your motherfucking ass gonna win it? Which is all a motherfucking no, bitch. So, yeah. As of right now, Kevin Durant ain't never showed that he could win without Steph Curry in the Warriors. That's just facts. That just is what it is. He's never proved it. So until he does that, his things will always be connected to Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? And the Warriors, always. You feel me? But hey, the Warriors got one without him. You know what I mean? Steph got one without him. So, you know what I mean? And beat him to get to another finals. So it is what it is, man. Snacks on Sports. I'm gone. I'll be back with another motherfucking video. You feel me? And we just gonna do it like that there, player. You feel me? Yeah.